But yeah, man, I had to free up some storage. But like I was saying though, you know what I'm saying? We are in spiritual warfare, right? And the eyes are the window to the soul, right? So being assertive and alertive is the most important thing out here. One of the most important things. Being observant of your surroundings. You understand what I'm saying? Because the eyes are the windows to the soul, right? So dealing with the psychic attacks, the evil eyes and stuff like that, how to deal with that, you just have to, you know what I'm saying? Make sure you out the way, bro. Make sure you where you need to be. And if you're handling business, like I say, just be assertive and alert of your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? To the point, yeah, you may have to be very hyper vigilant for a long time. But later on, when you get in a calm environment, make sure you have something, some type of herb to regulate your nervous system to put you back in a natural homeostasis level. So, when nighttime crawling, you don't, start to build up any cortisol. It could also turn to nightmares or alter your dreams or interfere with the messages when the Most High need to come into contact with us. You understand what I'm saying? So realizing, like I say, this is spiritual warfare and the eyes are the windows to the soul. We have the light. We are the holders, the beholders of the light, right? And they are the darkness. So whoever eyesight first, that's basically what dominates the situation, but also who has the highest spirit and the most strongest spirit. It's what's going to dominate the situation and block away these psychic attacks, these evil eyes. Sometimes you may hear thoughts that's not yours because, hey, they got telepathy, they got telekinesis. You understand what I'm saying? This is a spiritual warfare. So you better believe it. You know what I'm saying? You getting some thoughts pop up in your head. You don't talk to yourself like that. You don't think like that. It's spiritual warfare. Somebody projected on you. Maybe you ain't had all your drawbridges up, or maybe you just ain't had, that's why we got to smudge sometimes. Sometimes that's why it's all right to go ahead and smoke a little something. It ain't always about cannabis. All these different herbs and mint and all that got different spirits as well, right? But so our eyes are the windows to the soul, and we cast nothing but light. And whoever casts first within they don't have a soul first and foremost. But if the light looks within the darkness first, the darkness starts to shrink and submerge and get swallowed within the light that pours within their eyes, right? And then the same thing can happen to us when they cast darkness within our eyes and try to purge our light. And that's why you may realize you dealing with gang stalking and stuff like that, because okay, you a Million Man March, okay, you are a moving mountain and they're throwing rocks, hiding their hands and throwing rocks. You know what I'm saying? A house made out of glass, but they're throwing bricks and they hiding their hands, throwing fiery darts. You understand what I'm saying? So in order to protect yourself from the fiery darts, you got to keep that fiery gaze. You understand what I'm saying? You got to keep that fire within your body. You got to be preserving your life force essence. You got to be on speed dial, first phone call, last phone call, and spend more time. The only phone call you spent the most time on, and that's with God. You know what I'm saying? 3 times, 5 times, 10 times, as many times you need to out the day, but it can't be no less than 1. I tell you that. You understand what I'm saying? And check in with your higher self. You know what I'm saying? Check your spiritual hygiene in the spiritual warfare. You understand what I'm saying? You got to make sure you smell good, feel good, look good, because they're going to try to chink at your armor in any form or fashion. You understand what I'm saying? It is also psychological warfare. It's this World War III spiritual warfare, but they still using psychological tactics to try to tamper and chink at your armor. You know what I'm saying? Put you in low spirits, because that's the only way they could really beat you and defeat you. They can't touch you. They can't put their hands on you. It's just free XP points. So the more that you move righteously, that's the more that we receive rewards 100,000 times over. Because every rotation, the angels are taking documents and bringing it back to source, bringing it back to the divine, bringing it back to God about how we moved and what we did and what we accomplished. You understand what I'm saying? And it's like a report card. So tomorrow we may wake up in a better mood. We may wake up in a worse mood. Our body may have been through a lot of pain the day before, and we wake up tomorrow painless. You know what I'm saying? It's all on our report card. You understand what I'm saying? because the Most High take care of us. He feeds us. He feeds our body. The food, the nutrients, the minerals, and the vitamins, not just through the food and the apples and bananas and chips and stuff like that, but we need that spiritual voltage. How you think you could open up your eyes because you was powered by a higher power, the highest power? You understand what I'm saying? Sent down that spiritual voltage and blew more breath within us, and we open our eyes. There's a lot of things, cars, faces, places, people, animals that did not get up today. So if you got up, that's grateful. That's grace. And that's being grateful that you sent that phone call out and you spoke to the Most High. Because some people just get up and get straight on their phone. Some days I done it. You understand? No, God come first through all things. Before you touch that food, before you receive something from somebody. You know what I'm saying? Before you go to this place, you got to call God. You got to check in with God. You know what I'm saying? These people of this world don't do that. They checking the crowd rate. You know what I'm saying? They checking what time the place open. They checking to see when happy hour is. Man, no. If we check in with God and we trying to go to some type of location, whenever we go and we checked in with God and we in good favors, we in the right favors, we've been moving righteously. Happy hour gonna be any hour we pull up. That's the difference between us and them. So you know what I'm saying? We gotta stay in the right state of mind. We gotta stay in the right energy. We gotta stay in the right environments, man. But we know these things is everywhere, right? These parasites and these foreign entities that don't belong on this realm of reality. But like I say, look at them with a different perspective and utilize them as weight. Okay? Study them, observe them, and learn the ways of evil. Not saying turn evil or be evil, but know what you're up against. They say that we perish because of the lack of knowledge. So I investigate them. I observe them. I don't take my eyes off them. I done had a couple of them say, oh, that's creepish. No, what's creepish is you trying to play psychological mind games so I could take my eyes off you, and you could throw about 7 fiery darts in the back of my head and inside of my eyes. Like I'm retarded and you ain't gonna let you have it. And they get mad when you don't let them throw them fiery darts. They get mad when you shut down they projections. They get mad when you don't let them talk to them. They get mad when you don't let them talk to you. I mean, you know what I'm saying? They get mad when you know they coming down the street with that BS and you just went across the street. They get mad. They get mad. No, it ain't no demons hopping in and out these people bodies. These people bodies is the demons. They are the demons. There ain't no goddamn spirits and bodies jumping out of these people's bodies and hijacking these people's bodies. No, these are who they are. And when you get around, you bring it to the surface. I know some people be talking about oh, it was a spirit that jumped in that person. No, that's who that motherfucker been. That's who that motherfucker is. That's who that motherfucker are. And it ain't gonna change. Yeah, some people could change. Some people want to change and some people willing to change. And sometimes the world would not allow it. But God is not the world and the world is not God. So peace, like I said, some people gonna change. You know what I'm saying? But you know who not. You know who not. You just know who not. And we ain't giving these things no opportunity. We ain't giving these things no space to play in our energy field, to play in our mind, to be dropping any seeds of wickedness, of evilness, so we stay out the way because we know how they coming. They don't got nothing good to say, bro. They already suffering. Look at their standpoint and look at us. We got everything in the world, bro. So you already know they already are suffering. This ain't got nothing to do with it, but, bro, I can't stand the smell of suntanning lotion. I hate that smell. Boy, that's all I smelled when I was in Hawaii. That's all these things smell. We got the best skin suit. We are the children of the Most High God, the chosen ones, the 144, the authentic ones. You understand what I'm saying? The ones that got the connection to source. I'll go watch this TV show called The Untouchables. You understand what I'm saying? We them. You understand? Go watch the X-Men. We them. You understand what I'm saying? Why you think they got all these G5 towers and all of this new technology out? Secretly, it's a weapon. Because I said this is World War III, spiritual warfare, right? So how can they lower and beat and defeat and try to chink at our spiritual nature? through the psychological attacks and through the technology they created through the G files and any cell phones and stuff like that. Yeah, you spend your whole day on a cell phone. You didn't spend no time with God. They got you. They created these distractions. They created these smart foods that'll make you docile and make you slow and give you Alzheimer's early and premature death and speed up your aging. But if you listen to God and you eat righteously, then you could dodge a whole lot of bullets. You could look like Neo out here. You understand what I'm saying? Trust the spirit, keeping your head up. You understand what I'm saying? Spiritual warfare. We gotta strap up. We gotta get stronger. We gotta get better. We gotta get tighter. We gotta strengthen our intentions. You understand what I'm saying? Work on our weaknesses, wherever that's at, in the spiritual department, the spiritual defense, the spiritual attacks to the spiritual team. Whether that's, you know what I'm saying, giving off that grace, sending off those prayers, you understand, sitting down, fasting, meditating. And we gotta put in our work and we gotta put in our principalities, man. You know, where everybody else going to the buffet, you got to eat for the proper substance. You got to eat for the proper movement, the proper energy, to have the proper agility. You understand what I'm saying? Some foods you eat allow the body to stretch. Some foods you eat will tighten the body up. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to be able to stretch, let the body breathe, make sure that whatever you put inside the body is filled with oxygen and life, because that's the same place that the Most High dwell within. You understand what I'm saying? And those that don't allow and take care of their house, to let the Most High dwell within it, then they got to go into the house where they say the Lord lives, which is the church. Okay? And go pay your tithe money and stuff like that. When you know you're a real live chosen, when you're really living for the Most High God, you don't have to go to church and pay no tithe. The only collection plate you got to put money in is your actions and your intentions and your discipline and the plate of your soul. And that's how we pay God. You understand what I'm saying? Respecting his principalities. You understand what I'm saying? His laws and his commandments. You understand what I'm saying? Moving righteously. Yeah, go ahead and read a little couple things. 42 laws of Maya. All of that, bro. Like I said, this is what all makes the piece, the pieces to the puzzle. You understand what I'm saying? The Bible is not the whole picture. It's probably about 1% or 10% of the picture. If anything, it might just be 1% of the picture, the Bible. But you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I ain't knocking nobody that read the Bible, that read the Quran. To each his own. You know what I'm saying? You dig? But this is spiritual warfare, man. I just wanted to chop it up with y'all, man. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Throw something on the cash app, man. You know, it's El Kami Ravabo, man. It's the V to the B to the Y to the Z. And don't forget my old hoe. But yeah, man, I just wanted to chop it up with y'all. I'm about to get out the way. They got some type of function going on and stuff like that at the library, but I don't want to be around all these people and stuff, and they gang stalking. So I'm about to get to like a little ducked off area so I can still be on the Wi-Fi, but I'm letting my other phone charge up inside, so I got to keep eyes on that, keep eyes on what's going on around me. So I'm going to holler at y'all, man. Y'all let me know if y'all resonated with the message, you know what I'm saying? Anything vibrated with you, leave a V in the comment section. I'm going to holler at y'all, and I'm going to tap in with y'all later, man. Oasis, take care. And mahalo.